It's the Treehouse.
This happened at the end of May. We've got a former Lamar Consolidated Independent School District teacher, Richmond, Texas, under investigation for allegedly shooting sexually explicit videos of herself inside an elementary school classroom.
Yeah.
Lamar CISD said the woman already resigned in February for unspecified reasons. The district said it was not aware of the videos until the end of May. And it was on May 29th that community activists held a press conference in front of the school and gave their thoughts on this teacher and her actions, taking pornographic videos inside the classroom and posting them on OnlyFans.
We expect for you to go to the Texas Education Agency. We expect for you to put a block on this teacher so this teacher cannot go to another school and do this type of foolishness. This can be the same type of teacher that can touch a child. If you taking your clothes off, you're smacking your behind, you're flapping your breasts out and gyrating yourself in a classroom where students are during the school day, and you're doing this in the bathroom, that is unacceptable.
Real quick, do you notice her nails?
Mm-hmm.
So this is community activist Candace something or another.
Yeah, I know.
So her nails are of the claw variety. They're super long. Funny story, at the ferry this morning, coming back over to St. John, there were two ladies that had fingernails very similar to this, and their debit card got stuck in the ATM because they couldn't grab the card to get it out.
Hilarious. I love watching them type at the Dallas County Clerk's office. That's always good.
I can't stand it. I hate hearing it. The tapping drives me nuts. But anyway, just when Candace wraps up, big time community activist Quannel X's turn to jump in here.
So basically I'm gonna let Brother Quannel state his piece and then I'll close it out.
You really can't make this stuff up. It is absolutely appalling, shameful, and frightening that these are the type of educators that are in an elementary school teaching our children.
Amen.
When parents send their children to school, they believe their teachers are people of the utmost highest character. But now we got a teacher in the classroom on school hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
That's the OnlyFans content that really just drives people wild. Notice Candace's face in the background.
Yes.
Stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair. This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And
because she needs to be, because if you're gonna be a teacher showing all that in the classroom, you need to be clean shaven and no bumps.
That's what I was gonna say. Just like you need to be a little more fit.
You need to be doing lunges and squats and the little hip thingies, and make sure you're clean shaven.
Yeah. It's so great.
Made multiple videos. Yes, the district was unaware until we brought this to their attention. But what we're asking you to do now.
That's always the question at these press conferences that never gets asked.
Where did you find it? He's subscribed and he was disappointed in what he paid for. He did not pay for pubic hair and cellulite. Sons of bitches. I have a VIP membership.
Plus, where's the goddamn feet?
Where is her name on the chalkboard? How about we start paying teachers more, so they don't have to do OnlyFans?
That's why he goes by X. So, you know, it's on the subscription list. You're like, oh, not me.
It's a good idea to be a community activist and go by a pseudonym. Because in that way, it does, when your credit card runs through on the OnlyFans premium, no one knows.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that guy's Quannel 10.
You're listening to the Treehouse.
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
My first severe head trauma was probably when I was 5.
Oh, gotcha.
I told you guys about that, didn't I?
No.
All right, I'll tell you this really quickly. So the kindergarten, it was either pre-K or kindergarten, I forget which, but I was 4 or 5, little Danny, 4 or 5. This is when I had my big pencil. I didn't have my big pencil in hand for this though, because it was recess time. But it was one of those. It was like at a church or something. So the way the school was set up was very odd. I've never seen anything like it since. The middle of the area. Think of it like a track at a high school. You've got the football field in the middle and the track goes around the outside, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of the way this school/church area was set up. You had where the football field would go was just an open, carpeted, flat area, rectangle. Okay. I think maybe they did basketball or something in that area, but that was our recess area if it was bad weather outside. It was in that big little carpeted area, right? And then on the perimeter around the carpeted area were the individual classrooms set up with dividers.
Okay.
So I was on one side of the field and there was a large wooden playground thing in the middle of it. Okay. This wooden thing was open on 2 sides. So it was a pass through on one side. And then on the other side, it had wooden bars up and down. I have no idea how you're supposed to play with this thing, but that's what it was. It was a wood box with bars on 2 sides and open pass through on the other 2. So my game that day was going to be to just run full speed through the open pass through side, through the other side. No idea why, but that's the memory in my head. Unfortunately, the last time I had played that game, I was shorter and I didn't realize it.
Oh.
So when it came time to play this run through the wood box game, I had grown a little bit since the last time I played it. And I found out the hard way because little Danny ran smack forehead first into the 2x6 that was across the top.
And maybe that explains a lot because your vivid memories of this setup is one of the best memory recalls I've seen out of you. So maybe that was the line of demarcation of what happened.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it coming towards you.
It was camouflage.
You couldn't gauge your own head. Like, hey man, that looks like I might be a little too book. That's in my head. That's how it happens. Like you're running full speed. Like this is gonna be fun. I think I'm a little too.
That's the downside of the game, Raj. Is once I realized I was too tall to play the game, it was too late.
Yeah, that's why I could never be a teacher, because if I would have seen that, I would have pissed my pants laughing.
Because one of your favorite things is seeing people hurt themselves.
Yeah. But I just love the ambition of you running like I got this, and like just running full speed just as fast as you can, and then it just stops. Like oh, I would have paid money to see that.
Yeah, and so would I. And I think honestly, and this was before obviously TikTok, before YouTube. This was even before America's Funniest Home Videos,
which you would have won had you.
I would have won had there been security footage of this 4 or 5-year-old boy running full speed, thinking he's going to run through the open sides of this wooden piece of playground equipment, and not realize that since the last time he played the game, he had grown a couple inches, and just full speed, head first into that 2x6.
But you didn't see it.
I think you saw it. It was just too late.
That's what I'm saying. Is once I realized I had grown, it was too late.
Oh,
I was full speed.
Like, yeah, you didn't. Were you too young to know how to hit the brakes on yourself? Like, just dig your feet dig your heels into the ground and take the L. Like, just fall, fall backwards and take the loss instead of just as hard as you can, and then start suffering CTE from the age of 5.
Or honestly, Raj, just duck. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's my theory.
So good.
I tried to run through
Yes.
The open wooden piece of playground equipment. And I didn't make it because I had grown. And so I ran headfirst into this 2x6. I was clearly a moron at the age that this occurred, 4 or 5.
You had the big pencil.
That's right. That's why I had the big pencil with my name on it, so I'd know it was mine. Big red pencil to Danny.
The day of that event, normal pencil.
Right. No. The day of the event, I had the big pencil. I think what happened was I was a horrific moron from birth to incident. So I think what happened was like how the Flash got hit by lightning and he gets his powers, or Batman's parents get murdered in front of him. That blow to my head is what turned the light on, ironically, to becoming a smarter individual.
You hit that and you could use a regular pencil the next day.
That's exactly what it was. After that, it was a regular number 2. I was speaking complete sentences, and I was the best reader in class.
He was spelling bees. He was beating Indian kids.
It was that day you learned to not trust the Acme box.
I like how you were the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote all in the same person. You were just tricking yourself into getting hurt.
I feel like I need to.
That's the greatest story I've ever heard in my life.
I feel like this needs to be some sort of book I write, like The Day I Got Smart. It's like, just imagine what Forrest Gump's life would have been like had he done the same thing.
The day Danny got good.
I really was. Like the next day, I was using a normal number 2 pencil, and I started going by Dan.
He wasn't using crayons. He went straight to matte pencils.
And a protractor.
He went to Daniel.
And to add in, Trey, to the memory recall and the detail of the story, the carpet that I ran across was gray.
It didn't turn red with the river of blood from your forehead.
Well, a few spots did, but for the most part, the rest was gray.
Okay, so when this happened, did it not? Did it knock you out? I just see 5-year-old knocked out Dan. I don't know what you guys are picturing.
I love that you're envisioning a 5-year-old knocked out cold in a pool of its own blood, and you're laughing.
I just see your head, like what I'm looking at, on a 5-year-old body. And it just smacked right into it. What did you pass out?
I don't think so. I don't think I did. I think I stayed conscious through the entire process.
And did people come running over to assist you? And...
I think they were all looking around like, what was that noise?
That was the first call of 911 for a drive-by. Like, somebody's shooting at us. Like, that was your son's head. So you smack into it. You fall
Dan's
down.
Kennedy moment.
Back into the left.
It kind of was. It was a back into the left. Yeah, it was.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
It is time once again for Wrong Answers Only inside the Treehouse. I am your host, Dan O'Malley. Today's contestants are Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma. Hello,
Happy
Trey.
Hello.
Trey, tell us a little something about yourself.
Well, I'm old and tired.
Thanks a lot, Trey. Appreciate that. And Raj, how about you? Tell us a little something about yourself.
I have 2 dogs. I like walks in the evening and spaghetti.
Who doesn't love those things? Thank you for being completely unoriginal and somehow making it on this very memorable game show.
Happy to be
Wrong
here.
answers. Oh, yeah. Glad to have you. Okay, here we go. It is time, gentlemen. I'm going to give you a statement with a blank, and I need you to fill that blank with the wrong answer. All right? I need the wrong answer to this blank in the statement. Here we go. A woman had a surprise baby inside of a blank. A woman had a surprise baby inside of a blank. Let's start with you, Mr. Trey Trenholm. A woman had a surprise baby inside of a blank. I need your wrong answer only.
Waffle House.
That is correct because it is the wrong answer. Excellent job, Mr. Trenholm. 1 point for you, in which we're only having one question in this game, so we'll just no one wins anyway. Now to Raj.
Okay.
A woman had a surprise baby inside of a blank. I need your wrong answer only.
Greyhound bus bathroom.
An excellent choice because that is the wrong answer.
Oh, yay.
In fact, this woman had a surprise baby. You know what? I'm going to let her tell you. One moment. I swear to God, it's going to work this time.
There we go.
Such was the case back on April 30th.
My patient asked if I would go and run and get her something to eat. She wanted Taco Bell.
Right after she placed the order, Brianni was overcome by stomach cramps.
So there you have it. A woman had a surprise baby inside of a Taco Bell.
She ran to the restroom. A few minutes later, she came out, but then almost immediately.
It's like the pain hit me once again. I went back in the bathroom, and this time when I sat down, there was no standing back up.
That's when things got
That's usually what people say when they go to the bathroom at Taco Bell.
scary.
I looked down, and I was like, that's when I realized I was still bleeding even more.
In a panic, she called her husband, who works at VCU Medical Center.
She's crying, she's breathing heavy. So immediately I'm like, babe, what's wrong? And she's like, how fast can you get to me? So I'm like, oh God.
Jamars Jackson put his phone on speaker and began racing out of the hospital when something stopped him dead in his tracks.
I'm running past the Panera Bread, and then I hear her just let out this gut-wrenching scream.
Then a terrifying moment of silence.
I'm still panicking. I'm like, babe, say something. And then she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm like, what's wrong? What happened? She was like, I just had a baby.
Wow. That's not on the value menu.
All of this leading up to this is just things you would find every day in the Taco Bell bathroom.
Stomach cramps, crying, screaming.
And surprise babies.
That's what you get for ordering the Baby Bell Grande.
And we named the child Chalupa. The family said the doctors told them she may have experienced what is known as a cryptic pregnancy. That's a rare condition where expectant mothers do not feel or notice any signs or symptoms until late in the pregnancy, or like in this case, when they suddenly have a baby at Taco Bell.
Did they wrap her up in tortillas?
poor janitor's going there. God damn it! I can't believe we brought back the Mexican pizza.
That was a bad idea.
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.